Hey guys, it's Adi here, and today we have a hardware and specs comparison between Nokia's latest flagship, the Nokia Lumia 930, its predecessor, the Nokia Lumia 925, and the Nokia Lumia 920, of course, the first Windows Phone 8 device from Nokia. Now, all three of these devices are obviously in the 9 series, which is their very high-end, but not the ultra-high-end or special features like the 1020 or 1520. And these are the more mainstream flagship devices, if you're going to call them that. So let's get a quick rundown of how they differ, what's different about them, and the features of each one. So starting off with the hardware and design of each device, both the Nokia Lumia 925 and the 930 use an aluminum body ring around the side of the device, giving it a very nice premium touch and feel. The Nokia Lumia 930, of course, if you get it in different colors, will have a silver ring around it, while the black color has a very premium black ring of aluminum on it. The back of both devices uses a polycarbonate black or colored features, whichever you want, while the Nokia Lumia 920 uses a full polycarbonate body, which we've all gotten very accustomed to and we all know and love. In terms of the colors and availability, the Nokia Lumia 920 is of course available in yellow, red, white, black, and occasionally cyan or gray depending on where you are. The Nokia Lumia 925 is only available in white, black, or gray, and the Nokia Lumia 930 is available in white, black, green, and orange. In terms of the dimensions and size of these devices, the Nokia Lumia 930 is the largest of the devices with a 5-inch screen. Both the Lumia 920 and the 925 have a 4.5-inch screen instead, which means that the Nokia Lumia 930 is slightly larger in the hand. But in terms of the overall feel, it's pretty much the same size. Coming to the weight and dimensions, the Nokia Lumia 925 is of course the slimmest of these devices, clocking in at only 8.5 millimeters thick. The Nokia Lumia 930 is second up at 9.8 millimeters, and the Lumia 920 is known to be slightly chunky at 10.7 millimeters. So in terms of slickness and slim, the Nokia Lumia 925 is the smallest, of course. The same goes for weight, as the Nokia Lumia 925 is nearly 140 grams. The Nokia Lumia 930, on the other hand, is 167 grams, and the Nokia Lumia 920 is 185 grams, which is obviously the heaviest of them all. Moving on to the actual specs and hardware of the devices, all three of them, of course, have HD screens. However, the Nokia Lumia 930 has a 1080p Full HD display, while both the Lumia 925 and the 920 only have 720 or 768p displays, which of course is inferior compared to the 1080p of the Lumia 930. However, the screens themselves also aren't equal. As you might have noticed, the Lumia 930 is missing the always-on glance screen, which is due to the type of screen used in the device. It is an AMOLED display similar to that of the 925, but it lacks something Nokia are calling display memory, which means that you can't get the always-on clock, which is pretty awesome, and it's kind of a bummer to be missing on the Lumia 930. All three of the devices, of course, have Nokia's amazing clear black display technology and Gorilla Glass, which allows you to see in super bright light and have no issues at all with the actual outdoor usage of the phones. Once again, in terms of the internals, the Nokia Lumia 930 is the most superior, obviously. Instead of the 1GB of RAM found in the 920 and the 925, the Lumia 930 has 2GB of RAM. It also has the same amount of storage of 32GB, however the Lumia 925 comes in 16GB variants as well. None of these devices have expandable memory. If you want that, you're going to have to get the 1520 or one of the other devices besides that. In terms of the processing power on board these devices, once again the Lumia 930 is better than all the other two, given that it has a quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor clocking at 2.2 GHz. Meanwhile, the Lumia 925 and the 920 have the identical Snapdragon S4 processor with a dual-core and 1.2 GHz, which of course doesn't give you a bad performance on Windows Phone 8, but it's not a quad-core Snapdragon 800. And if you want the best specs of them all, of course, you're going to get the Lumia 930. The batteries on these devices are slightly similar, as both the Lumia 920 and the 925 have a 2000 mAh battery. Meanwhile, the Lumia 930 has a slightly larger 2420 mAh battery, but of course given the larger screen size and higher PPI and brightness and whatnot, you might have similar battery life between the three of them. In terms of the camera performance, once again the Lumia 930 excels against the other two, which both have 8.9 megapixel cameras with PureView and OIS and the original Nokia camera technology that we saw debuting on Windows Phone 8. The Lumia 930, however, has all that and more with a 20 megapixel camera, allowing for sharper images and more oversampling. All three of these devices are Qi or Qi powered for wireless charging. The Lumia 920 has it built in, which led to its notorious bulk. The Lumia 930 also has it built in, but Nokia have figured out the designs to keep this device slim. The Lumia 925, which is the slimmest of the bunch, however, doesn't have it built in. To activate the wireless charging, you're going to need a wireless charging snap-on cover, such as this one. And once that's added to it, you can simply charge the device wirelessly. Of course, all three of these devices are eligible for the Windows Phone 8.1 upgrade. The Lumia 930 launches with it out of the box. Meanwhile, the Lumia 920 and 925 will get the upgrade either immediately through the developer's preview program or depending on when your carrier wants to release it. That being said, the Lumia 930 of course has Nokia Cyan on the update as well, which some people might have to wait on if they're using the developer preview. All that being said, the Lumia 930 is of course Nokia's latest device, and it has the best specs. But if you're looking for an optimum performance, all three of them will give you nice performance, but the Lumia 930 has the extra 1080p screen, which makes everything just look so much better and so much crisper, which makes it a definite, which gives it a definite leg up against the competition. Of course, none of these devices have expandable memory, which is a disappointment. And of course, the Lumia 930 misses the always-on screen, which can be an issue for some. Personally, I don't think it's much of an issue to tap the lock screen button and see the time, but it is a nice convenience to have the time always showing. That's pretty much it for the comparison between the Lumia 930, the 925, and the 920. I hope you guys found the video useful and maybe it'll help you guys with your decisions. Personally, if you have the money, of course, you're going to get the best of the best. If not, and you just want something, you want a good device without putting too much money out, I would suggest getting the Lumia 925, which is one of the better looking, sleeker devices that has pretty much uncompromised performance. And that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys around the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.